Hello, everybody. My name's GM Brian.
I'm Osiris.
I'm fucking confused.
What's your character name?
I'm Dulhis.
I'm Lucia.
And welcome back to Valaclaci 2.0. So we got a kind of a different thing going on today. Silver's on a vacation. And
He
we're
drank too much.
He drank a little too much. And we're going to be taking kind of a little tangent. So Craig and I have been talking and plotting and planning for a little while now, and I'm hijacking this session. So you guys are going to be going on a totally separate, different adventure than the one you've been on. And what we're going to be doing is think of this as kind of like a alternate Earth where you never met Silver.
Okay.
So in this alternate Earth, you've met a different guy, Craig's character, and you've had a very similar yet very different adventure with him. Very different relationship. Doesn't have the same personality, obviously, so you guys are going to have a very different dynamic. And for those of you at home, we have a little treat for you. We're going to go ahead and throw it over to a very handsome and good-looking man to do all the rolling and what have you, so you guys at home can know a bit more about Craig's character. Take it away, Brian. Thanks, Brian. And may I say, you look incredible today. So, Craig, what are we doing here right now? We're going to roll up a character for you, right?
Yeah, so we're going to go through and kind of give the backstory like we did on how we started mine off, the game that I'm currently running for you guys. We're going to kind of do the same thing for me to where I'm able to kind of tell you a little bit about my backstory, and we'll be able to roll up the character live so everybody can kind of hear that.
Exactly. So it's going to be really exciting. So tell me a little bit about your character. What's your character's name, first of all?
His name is Osiris. He does not know a last name. So he just goes by Osiris, and that's it. He is a human rogue.
All right. Well, in that case, I suppose talking about Osiris is good, but knowing a little bit more about him for numbers wise is also good, a little bit better. So the first question of the day is, are you feeling lucky?
I hope so. I'm about to roll. And I'm scared because I went through and I actually
No.
I did the numbers today and I rolled out and like I did practice rolls, not practice rolls. Like I was like, oh, let's see. I just saw the numbers and the average roll is 73.5. And if you just take the standard array, it's 72 points. So it's not really that much. You're really going for like big reward, massive risk at the same time. But more than likely, you're not going to get that much better. But on average, you do. So that's why I'm still rolling and not just taking the numbers. So
absolutely. Well,
right.
You know what? Let's you ready to do this?
Let's do this.
Okay, so let's start off now. We'll do all the rolls and announce what the numbers are, and then you can of course allot them to your respective areas. You're not like, you don't have to do like, this is the strength roll, this is the dexterity, like you get to pick and choose. So I just want to make sure everyone understood the rules.
All right, let's see what these numbers are. And my first roll is get a 14.
14?
That's good to start off with. I like seeing that at the start.
Must be nice.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, whatever.
Second one, 8. Ugh.
Ooh.
Back down. So I'm literally, I'm a little above average right now still. Next roll, an 11.
11. Okay.
A little above average. Next roll, a 15.
How come everybody's character is better than mine? You haven't even finished rolling. You're better than mine. God dang it. Okay.
So
all right.
That's 4 different abilities. Next roll, a 12.
Wow. I hope you get a 1. I mean, I hope you get a great roll.
What would be the lowest? 1, 2, 3 would be the lowest, right?
Yeah.
And then my final one, a 13. I'm sticking with that. I'm sticking with that.
That is a great,
not doing any re-rolls.
Roll.
Oh, that's good.
Congratulations.
That's good stuff.
You don't want to re-roll the whole thing?
No, I do not.
Are you sure?
Absolutely positive I do not. So
okay.
His strength score or his dex is going to end up being a 15, and this is pre any modifications I make for ability points. Brian and I still are negotiating on ability bonuses based on my form, but right now we're just going with these standard numbers. So I think after that I did intelligence was going to be my next one, and then I did that was the 14, and then I did the 15. So I've got a 13 that I go next. What I do? Did I do? I did a 13 with. I think I did 13 with wisdom, and then I did charisma. Will be my. No. Yeah, it's that way. It was Constitution was going to end up being my number 12, and then charisma was going to be the 11, and then that strength is going to be an 8. Oh boy. So I got a -1 to strength checks, which I actually end up doing a couple strength based things. But I think I did pretty much everything is wisdom and dex for my skills. Whew. So yeah, that's not a bad character sheet write up though, where I'm only taking a penalty on one thing. That's not bad.
No, it's not bad. It's not. Here's the deal. You're not an incredible person on this. I'm not going to lie to you, but you're definitely not in the world's worst shape. Okay. But with that being said, I think I'm going to throw it back over to the DM with the mostest, Brian. Man, you are killing it today, by the way. Anyway, good luck out there, Brian. Thanks, Brian. And now for those of you here in the group, you're going to get to learn a little bit about Craig's character and get a little bit of background before we begin. First off, Craig, can you tell us a little bit about your character?
Yeah, so what you guys would have known so far, since this is something that we have been traveling for a little bit together. Yep. Probably, would you say it's about the same amount of time that they've been traveling?
Around the same time, so at least 3 to 4 months, we'll say.
Okay, so we've been together for 3 to 4 months now. I am for gameplay wise, I'm a human rogue. Jumping into this, so. Is there more that we're going over on this?
The only thing that I was just going to mention to you guys is that your relationship, we're going to figure out where you guys kind of stand on this, as we play, but also just a few little tidbits. Your adventure up to this point has not been as action heavy. You guys have just had a lot more wandering, a little bit more adventure, just kind of talking to townspeople and whatever. Silver wasn't there to stir the pot. So you guys never had to worry about too big of team fights. And so, like, things like Lucia's never had to heal anybody, or more specifically, heal Craig's character or anything like that. So none of that has happened. So it's been kind of more of a pleasant trip. We'll go with that. So as I said, this is kind of a special occasion sort of thing. This is not taking over the original story. This is a entirely separate, just fun adventure we're going to take today. So are you guys ready to begin?
Yes, I am.
I'm good.
Okay. So, welcome to my world. My world is a little bit darker and a little bit filled with things that are not of this world. So, what I want you to do right now is picture the three of you walking down a path together, specifically on a very warm summer's day. It's sunny, it's bright, it's very warm. And you're coming up on the border of a very, very large town. There's no fear in this town of any of the stuff that you had in your previous adventure. This is something that you are, you're not in fear of this town. You're actually looking forward to getting a good, nice rest inside of a nice town. So we're going to walk up to it now. Go ahead and check your page here, because I'm going to show you the town that you are about to enter.
Right.
This is the town that you are coming into. The name of this town. Can everyone see it?
No, it's not loading.
It's my home.
Let me help with this. It helps if I move the players. There you go. Now you can all see the town that you are coming into. It is a very, very, very big town. The town.
It's got 6 houses.
6 houses. Zoom out.
Oh, you got to zoom out. I need to zoom out.
Yeah,
some
you got to
more.
zoom way out.
Okay.
It is a very large town. The town.
Hey. Hey, Lucia, I see a church.
What? No. There's as you approach the town, you see that on the front gate they have the name of the town, which is Intra. So
can you
Intra.
type that out?
Yep, I can type that out for you.
Type it right out as
there's the exit.
Intra.
Intra.
Yep. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. INTRA.
Intra. Okay.
Yep. Intra.
How I spell enter. Okay.
As you approach the front gate, you hear lots and lots of sounds of moving people, laughter, and music. This is not your typical sounds from a busy town. This is much cheerier for some reason. and I'm going to have you guys pick it up as you enter into the front gate. Now, the front gate is located, just so you know, if you're looking at the map, in the far bottom left-hand corner. You can see the road that leads out where the stone wall is not there, obviously. Okay? As you walk into town, you see there's a group of people, and I'm going to let you guys start off there and open the game up a little bit. So what would you like to do now that you've entered into this town?
Did we walk through a gate?
You walked through the gate, but it was an open door thing. It wasn't like a whole like vetting process. It was
no guards or
there are guards there, but they're actually having a good time as well.
Okay.
So, yep. You just walked in.
I'm going to be kind of checking everything out. Like since I'm going to be the very cautious one of the group here, oddly enough, I'm going to be definitely checking around, kind of scoping everybody out, doing my roguelike things, like really trying to hammer down any type of like motives I have from anybody. Like if I see shady people, if people are not maybe attacking, but based on my character's background, sure. I'm on edge. I'm kind of looking around right now.
So sorry. Go ahead, please.
I'm actually a little suspicious myself. I do recall this childhood story of this tavern. It's called California, and you could get in easily, but you could not escape. This town seems odd. Seen
Fair
before.
Enough. Okay,
I'm a little suspicious.
And Lucia, where are you at?
Lucia is looking around for alcohol.
Yeah, this is a new world. I love it. No, I love it. That's okay. By the way, you're more than welcome to play a little bit differently in this world than you are in the normal one if you feel like you want to do that. So go ahead, and I'm not even going to have you roll for this. You can clearly tell by looking around, even at a passive glance, even if you would have crit failed this, you would have seen that there are children with balloons and laughter and dancing and bards and musicians. There seems to be some sort of festival going on, and everyone is very happy and literally dancing in the streets at this point. There is something to celebrate, it looks like. So
can I try and see if I can see a sign, like what they're celebrating? Like if there's some kind of banner that says like, oh, it's the whatever it is.
Yeah. No, you look around and there's no clear indicator as to what they're celebrating. There are banners, but they're just multiple colors and that sort of thing.
Okay.
Just basically anything that looks bright and festive as far as some sort of festival is happening.
Okay. Would I be able to make some kind of perception or intelligence check to kind of think about, like, see if I could figure out kind
go
of
ahead
the
and give me
type
a roll.
of for which one, intelligence or perception?
I would say intelligence in this one.
Okay. Let me.
Well, actually, you know what? I take it back. History. Can you specifically roll history for me?
Yeah.
Is that a 20?
It's an 18. It's an 18 plus 2. So Osiris rolls an 18 or rolls a 20, a modified 20.
Okay, because of this, you recognize that today is you know a little bit about what's happening here.
Okay.
Specifically, what you know is that today is an important day in regards to some sort of religion, and you know that it is in relation to a specific figure in that religion. But that's all you can remember.
Okay.
So at this point, a drunken man is walking toward you guys staggeringly, but he's very, very happy, and he's trying to give Dalhis a high five. What is Dalhis going to do about it?
I'm going look at this man stumbling towards me. As he makes a swing at me, I grab his arm.
Uh-huh.
Were you trying to hit me?
Well, no, what? No, man. Just, hey, let me go. It's just giving you a high five. It's a great day. What are you doing?
What is a high five?
Did Osiris see this going down?
Oh, yeah, you guys are all standing right next to one another. You would have seen this guy coming a mile away. He was slurring, like just staggering as he came forward to give the high five.
Okay. Do I have a good sense of his motive?
Yep, you sure do. It was that he was a drunken dude trying to give a high five.
Okay. Dalhis, it's cool. It's just it's one of our. Remember all those customs we were talking about that humans do to each other. This is like a celebratory custom. You slap your hands together, and it's a good thing. It's like clapping with another person.
Like this? And I go, how? What do I do? What do I do, Osiris?
Okay, so can I come up and high five? I grab Dalhis's hand and I kind of like slowly touch our hands together and go, we just do that kind of lightly.
Lightly? What about hard? I just smack him.
Wait, did you smack Osiris's hand or you smack the drunk
smack
guy?
Osiris's hand.
Fuck.
You know what? I'm going to have you roll plus strength. Just give me a d20 plus strength.
Me?
I just want to see something. Yeah, I just want to see something.
Do I roll against
All
it?
this rolls a 7.
Okay, then I'm not even going to have you roll against that,
Okay.
Craig. So you give him a very firm high five, nothing too crazy, but hard enough to where it creates a very audible when it hits.
Oh,
Osiris still looks down his head and goes, "Fuck, that hurt."
too hard. And so I turn to the drunk guy and I give him a little bit less of a high five.
He tentatively gives you a high five as well, then kind of scampers off.
I immediately start looking for other people to high five.
You find plenty of people to high five that are willing to and excited to give you a high five. Now, granted, Dalhis, this right here is a bit of an odd thing for you. The people are not afraid in this town of you at all, and they're not acting shocked to see a Dragonborn at all. They are very welcoming and very happy and overjoyed at the moment.
I've noticed. I'm enjoying this.
Yes.
High five. Is that the celebration? Are we celebrating the god of high five? Are there 5 gods we're celebrating?
With you giving high fives and walking around, you see a couple guards standing, and I'm going to have point at it on the map here. I'm going to go ahead and get the little ruler. I'm just going to use my little arrow to point for you guys. So right now, if you look in the bottom left, can you see my little arrow here?
Gotcha.
There is a couple guards standing right here, and they look as if they're also having a good time, but they're not drunk or anything because they're on duty. But they are standing there having a good time. If it's in case you wanted to interact with them, just offering that up.
I wouldn't mind going over and talking to them. I'm wanting to. My goal is to figure out more information about what god is this for? What are we celebrating again? We're from out of town type of stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to give them high fives as we come up.
The guards surprisingly give you a high five back. and Osiris would like to interact with the guards. Is okay?
Yeah. I was just letting you know my intention beforehand, so you knew where I was going with it.
That's okay. So, what would you like to say to the guards?
Hello, good sirs. How's this
Tomorrow.
day? How's this day holding for you?
Tis a celebration. It's a wonderful day.
We're a bunch of travelers. We're coming through. We are gonna just get some rest. I remember this celebration. It's just like stuck in the back of my mind about what everybody's celebrating. Do you mind filling us in?
I can tell you are a traveler. Here, allow us to hand you these. And they pull out 3 red bandanas. We'd like you to tie these around your arms as signs that you are outsiders in our town.
Can I sense motive on that one?
Sure.
What is that? It's not a deception. What's that called on this one?
Actually, do me a favor. Can you roll a perception check for me instead?
Yeah. 19.
Oh, 19.
Osiris rolls a 16 plus 3.
Yep. So you roll a 19. You notice there is a giant sign posted next to them that says all outsiders must wear red bandanas.
Okay.
But you can also roll for sense motive if you wish.
Forget what it's called on this one. Is it investigation?
I would count it as investigation. That's fine.
Okay. So Osiris rolls a 15.
Okay. You can tell based on that they don't appear to have any sort of negative motive behind it. They're just following a protocol.
Okay. Well, I feel pretty good about that. I willingly go up and tie it around your arm?
Around your arm.
Yep. I tie it around my arm, tie it around my left arm.
Okay.
And I tuck in any like loose, if it's like a longer one, I try and tuck it in to keep everything as like sleek and on me as possible.
Gotcha. Okay.
I attempt to tie it on me.
They take 2 and tie them together to make sure they fit.
I ask for another.
They oblige.
Thank you. And may I ask why?
Yeah, does Lucia put hers on or no?
Lucy is kind of like looking at the band. Should I roll to see if I notice the sign?
Well, nah. Oh, yeah, you know what? Actually, sure. Let's go ahead and you roll for it. That's okay because Osiris got it on his. We'll make sure you saw the sign as well.
I technically didn't say anything to anybody else. I just saw it.
Right, you did. You gotta say, had you said something, it'd have been different.
I saw it and I felt good, but I didn't say anything.
Yeah, if you would have nudged her and pointed at it, that's fine. If you would have, but you know, that's fine. Go ahead and roll for me.
I'm not gonna retcon it.
Oh yeah, you saw the sign.
20.
As a matter of fact, you saw the fine print on
wait,
it.
did I actually roll the right thing? Because I accidentally clicked something.
Oh no,
that was me. I asked the question too.
Yeah.
So
well, Burke saw it.
You saw the sign, and you saw every little detail, including where it's chipped. Like you've seen every detail of that sign. 7. You did not see the sign, Lucia. I'd say you were a little bit too focused on the fact they'd asked you to put on a new thing than a word to notice the sign.
Yeah, Lucia like kind of looks back and forth between the bandana and the holy symbol around her neck, and she's just like Osiris said out loud that he couldn't remember. He remembered that it was a god, but couldn't remember which one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So
they haven't got to that part of it yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
So after hearing like that it's for a god, she's kind of like hesitant to participate.
Gotcha. Well,
so she's like holding it, but she's just like
okay, but it is okay as long as you're holding it. That's fine. So the guard at that point, say since you have it in your hand, continues on with the conversation and fills in the part that Osiris had asked about. Today is a day of celebration for many reasons, but specifically, I'm surprised you don't remember. Today is the day of Saint Gregor, and then he just smiles and waits for you to acknowledge Saint Gregor.
Does this trigger anything with me?
Yes. This for you. This does ring a bell, although you can't remember exactly why.
Okay, so
can I do a check for it?
Sure. I actually will have you do that, and I will have you. Is there a religion check?
Yeah, there's a religion check.
Then I will have you do your religion check.
Sorry,
17.
Hold on. It's okay. Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, 17. Okay. So based on your background, I'm going to give you a little bit of a bonus in this one there, Lucia. So you remember that Saint Gregor is a saint from a specific religion that's semi-associated with the god of Apollo. And specifically, you remember that he had a nickname. You don't remember what the nickname was, but you just remember that Saint Gregor is a saint from a good religion, like one of the ones that you would be okay with, and also that he had a nickname.
Okay, so as soon as she hears this name, she quickly ties the thing around her arm.
Okay. Sorry about having you put on these red bandanas. Normally we don't have to do this during our festivals, but you see, we had a very special day today. St. Gregor's festival, this is celebrating its 100th year. Also, in addition to that, we have some very, very unique treats for the locals, and we don't want outsiders receiving the treats. You see, there was a big shipment that came in of pumpkins. Have you heard about this?
Have you heard about this?
Have you heard
about this?
I believe I have not.
And unless if I need to roll for something,
no,
then
you don't.
I wouldn't have known anything about it. So,
okay.
No, I finally clap my hands. I go, Saint Gregor. Yes, that makes more sense.
Okay. Yes, because the Saint Gregor festival, a traveling merchant had come by, and he had sold us many, many pumpkins. So many, in fact, that it was shocking. It was enough to supply the entire town, but really no one else. So unfortunately, we don't have enough to go around for outsiders, but the locals all received their own pumpkins and were able to do different things with them. So throughout the festival today...
Like make pies? Are they going to make pies with these pumpkins?
Of course. There's pumpkin pies and beers and everything else, but you are not allowed to have them because you are an outsider.
I'm not allowed to have the food?
You are allowed to have our food, but not the pumpkins.
Well, I don't want the pumpkin, but if a bakery with their pumpkins...
If the pumpkin is involved, you are not allowed to have it. Simple as that.
Osiris is having an existential crisis right now. He just had pumpkin pie taken off the table.
Yep. But... But realistically, I mean, if you...
I ask Osiris if this is good. Pumpkin pie good?
Pumpkin pie's amazing.
The guards laugh.
I've never had pumpkin before.
The guards laugh at this and say, well, for the rest of the country, you'll have to wait till fall. What's odd is that the pumpkins came in out of season, and yet he had hundreds of them for the entire town. It's quite the miracle. we just chalk it up to yet another St. Gregor miracle. But you are welcome, of course, to join in and experience our town. I recommend trying out. We have many games that you are welcome to play in the different areas. You can play darts, horseshoes, if you want to test your strength. Say on hitting, it's like hitting this bell at the top. You know, like they have the festival things.
Yeah.
You can do such things. They're located all over town. You're welcome to dance with anyone you like. Listen to the bards. But at nighttime, I recommend highly you go to our specific restaurant. It's called the Boar's Head. The Boar's Head is the place to go to eat at night. I recommend it highly.
Osiris is still caught up on not being able to have pumpkin pie. I'm not joking.
Okay.
He's thinking about going and grabbing a drink with Lucia at this point.
I'm up for the strength games.
No, I wouldn't mind. In the back of his mind, Osiris put together the darts. He would like to throw the darts.
Okay. So, is that what the group's going to do, or is that because you guys are now you're free to explore the town and play? You can play the games, listen to the bards, dance if you'd like, anything you want to do, or if you feel like you would just kind of wander around, I can take you through the town a little bit. But I'd rather you guys have fun with whatever you'd like to do. Or if none of it sounds appealing, I can fast forward until dinner.
Oh no! Like I kind of want to play some of the. I want to play the dart game.
Okay. So,
does anybody want to play the dart game with me? He turns to his companions. Or do we drink first and then play the dart game?
I will not be drinking with you, sir.
Oh, dart game.
I will.
Culture. In my culture, we do not drink until the age of 18. Obviously, I'm 15.
Dalhis.
Yes.
You go play the strength game. Lucia and I put my arm around Lucia. We're going to go get hammered.
All
okay.
Right. So here's what's going to...
We'll meet at... Wait. I'll meet you at dart game after strength game.
Yes. Meet at the dart game in an hour.
Okay.
Luckily, the dart game and the strength game are located in the same corner. So if you were to...
Is it also a drinking corner?
Well, there's actually vendors in the streets. Tons and tons of vendors. There's nothing but food and alcohol lining everywhere. So what I'm going to do is say that you are going to the festival like an area of the games that is located in, if you look in the middle of the map on the right hand side of the two I'm going to call them L-shaped buildings.
I'm literally picturing like a state fair, basically.
Yes, exactly. That's what you should be picking. Yeah, that's what I was going for. So in between the two blue buildings on the right hand side of the middle of the map, you can kind of see there's a big gap there.
Can you alt and hold down the actual click so we can see where you are.
Click it and then hold the click.
Or hold alt and hold the click. Like when you're on actual select dash move.
Oh,
not on the
I got you. I was on the wrong thing.
Yeah, go to the select move.
There we go. Okay. Thank you.
Zooming in.
Yep. So you guys have just now entered that area and you're going to play some games. And if you'd like to get a drink, you can absolutely get a drink. And they're relatively cheap for drinks. They are only 5 silver pieces a beer.
Okay.
Lucia looks at Osiris and says, ratio to 10.
Okay, how many beers? So you're gonna actually have all 10 beers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so we're purchasing in bulk?
So here's the deal. Lucia will purchase and consume all 10 beers.
Hold on.
Okay.
There is something I want to say beforehand.
Yeah.
If we're going up, I am a rogue.
Yeah.
And I was just told I can't have their pumpkins.
Yeah.
I'm wanting to sleight of hand a beer away from them and not pay for one of them.
Okay. So at this point, what I want to do is this. First off, Lucia, you've purchased yours. I'm going to say you purchased and drank them all while Osiris is plotting his beer heist.
Well, my thing would have been while she's up, like going, I want 10 beers. I'd be like, I'm going to take one.
Okay, hold on. What I'm going to do?
So I'm trying to use her as like cover. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to use her to annoy.
Oh yeah. So in that case, I'm going to say that I'm going to actually give you a little bit of a bonus here, but considering that there's a lot going on, it's a big festival, a lot of noise, a lot of people, right? But I need you to roll for me. And I think is there a sleight of hand or
there's
something?
A sleight of hand check itself.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand roll. I want to see.
19. Okay. Osiris rolls a 19 out of a sleight of hand.
Okay, and I'm going to roll against you. You get away
10.
with it.
Yes.
So
I say 5 silver pieces.
You do steal you're successfully stealing a beer, and they are 5 say it's 5 silver pieces, a beer. Don't, for the sake of this campaign, guys, don't worry too much about money, like as far as deducting from your actual numbers, because we'll need them for when we go back to the normal one. So, all right.
Cool.
So at that point, you've taken the beers. Are you also going to consume all of them right away?
If she is,
she's racing you. She said
we're playing Thunder, basically.
Okay. So the two of you are going to go and do that, and I'm going to let you know right now, because you're going to definitely be feeling it a little bit. Your dexterity is going to be taking a little bit of a hit from for a little while here. Okay.
I assumed.
Yeah, it's okay. It's only it's early in the day. You guys are day drinkers at this point.
Yeah.
So all right, the strength test. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Dalhis, because he's going to go over and do the strength test while these guys are having a drink. Dalhis, you walk over and you see a guy who looks like your standard carny. Like he's got a big old the mustache and a striped outfit going, step right up. We got to test your strength.
I'm strong.
You look like a big one, big boy.
What?
So I'm going to have you hit the mallet. So he hands you a mallet, and
I immediately hit the mallet with my hand.
Okay. I want you to do a roll plus your strength modifier, please.
Oh God! Do not break the mallet, Dalhis. This is
All his
16.
rolls. Oh wait, that's
a strength save.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Strength. All his rolls a 21.
21.
It's not a nat 20, but it's
No. It goes all the way up to the top, but stops just before hitting the bell. Like just amazingly, just stops right before hitting the bell and comes down. Oh, tough luck, champ! I guess that'll cost you five silver pieces.
Did you just throw the mallet up there, Burke? Because I'm sorry, I understood it like Burke was taking it literally. He had the mallet and he says, you said hit the mallet. So he was punching the mallet.
That's what I did.
Oh, you punched it. Oh,
because he said hit the mallet. So Dallas is
like
hitting the mallet.
Like he was taking the mallet and like hitting it against his hand or something.
I'm sorry. Then in that case,
remember Dallas is pretty stupid.
Well, okay. In that case, I'm sorry. I guess I didn't put that. You
but he cracked the shit out of the mallet.
No, you broke it straight up. It shatters into a million wood pieces, and so you hit a 21 on that. The vendor goes, "Holy shit!" Well,
are you okay, sir? You told me to hit the mallet.
Well, you know what? And he turns to a guy who looks like to be that man's boss. It's like a manager of some kind, and the manager gives him a shrug and hands him another mallet. And he says, no, it's okay, young man. Just take the mallet and use it to hit this little lever, and it will hit the bell.
Why didn't you say so before?
That clearly my fault. He walks over and takes a huge swing of pumpkin beer. It's like because he's drinking on the job. So go ahead.
And Dalhis rolls an 8.
It goes not even a quarter of the way up and falls immediately back down. Oh, tough luck. Every swing is 5 silver pieces. I'll take them now. And he holds his hand out.
You didn't tell me this cost anything before I swung.
Did I forget that? Oh, what a shame. Still, I think you better pay. And he looks over, and you look over, and there are 2 guards standing relatively close.
Oh, man.
They don't seem angry or anything. Nobody seems angry in this scenario, but you can definitely tell that he wants the money.
I go. I get another hit for one more silver piece after that, since you swindled me.
Do an intimidation roll check for me, Burke.
Let's see here. Intimidation. Dalhis rolls a 6.
Yeah, no. He goes, nah, I'm sorry, champ. A swing's a swing.
All right, fine. I hand him I hand him 5 more, and I go, I'm going again.
Absolutely, young man. Give it a swing.
And Dalhis rolls a 14.
This one goes 3/4 of the way up and then drops back down.
Okay.
Oh, tough luck, champ. Tough luck.
All right.
And he holds his hand out for more in case you wanted to do more.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Have in this span of time, where are Lucia and I in the drinking phase?
You have just now, as he finished his second swing.
Are we close enough by to see this?
Oh yeah, you guys are like physically located. I'm gonna drag over your pieces, so to speak.
Okay.
So there's Osiris. There.
As
God,
I
I'm so small.
There's
Like,
Dalhis.
compared to this map.
I know.
Yeah, I know. And
I know.
Lucia is here, and you would be. I'm sorry, Dalhis. You're located here. These two were at a vendor that's
Okay.
located right next to them.
Gotcha. As I hear the scream and I go, all right. What is the prize if I actually hit it?
The prize? Are you kidding me? It's this. And you turn to see what it is, and it's a giant. What do they? Then like think like a teddy bear, but it's a giant like pumpkin, but it's a stitched together like old like pumpkin like
Plushie?
Plushie essentially. Yes.
Just to let you know, Brian, I don't have control over Osiris,
Okay. That's
so you'll have to move him
That's
for
fine.
me
I will.
for
Yep.
the time being.
I go, and what is the purpose of this?
Oh, you do whatever you
pumpkin.
want with it. Sleep on it. Give it to your
Lucia
sweetheart.
shouts, I want it.
Not if
Oh.
I get it first.
I-
Lucia runs
Wait,
up.
how-
I want to play the game.
How big is this? How big is this pumpkin thing?
Oh, it is. It is quite big. It is 3 feet.
Okay.
3 feet across and 3 feet high. So it's a giant, like basically big beach ball,
Okay.
like of pumpkin.
I'm not sleight of handing that.
No, it's way too big for that.
I ask, I go, am I allowed to have the pumpkin? I thought outsiders, and I point to my armband. I thought outsiders weren't allowed to have one.
Oh, this
Pumpkins.
guy's a regular cut-up comedian. No, you can have this one all day, good friend. And then he takes a big swing of his pumpkin beer, but you can't have the good stuff.
All right, one more, and I'm gonna gotta wind up, get ready, and do a massive swing.
Okay.
Hopefully,
I hope it's a.
Dalhis rolls a
Oh.
17.
It goes almost to the top. It's so close to the top. And then it almost like it catches on something and then it drops back down.
Do I?
I'm drunk, so I probably wouldn't have noticed anything.
Would I have noticed the catch?
Probably not. I'll say no, Burke, on yours, just because of your percent. Yeah, no,
Nope.
definitely not.
I rolled
you
a 9.
roll a perception, and yeah, that guaranteed no.
Okay,
I
Lucia, you
walk
said
away
you-
kind of defeated.
You said you were rolling over, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
start to look at my friends. Yeah.
Okay. Next to remember that you did the dark game is also there too. If you really wanted to play your dark game.
Oh no, I saw this happening. I want to beat Dalhis.
Okay.
And I just want the pumpkin. I, at this point, I'm not even paying attention to what the game's actually about. I'm just like, ooh, I want the pumpkin.
Okay.
How long has it been?
You guys have only been there about an hour. So it's
We could have
and you
definitely chugged quite a few beers in that hour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If we've been there for an hour, we're through all 10 of those,
Should,
and
should
we're
we roll for our race?
well, you know. Actually, you know what? Why don't you guys each roll a D100 and just see like whoever gets the highest roll wins on that one to see who won your race. Why not?
Fuck.
Oh,
Yeah, Osiris rolls a 69.
definitely, and it's even with the one he stole, he was able to just chug it fast enough and make it go.
But we both had enough time to drink all of them.
You had plenty of time. And
I feel like we've had
I
plenty
said
of time
an
to
hour,
get-
but like you just think like around that time, like it's still around mid afternoon at this point.
So we're at least in the I feel very buzzed phase right now.
yes,
At
yes.
a minimum. Okay. Yeah, so Lucia goes over and she's like, what do?
You take the mallet, you hit hit it here, and you watch the bell ring for a prize.
She looks at the mallet and then looks back at Dalhis and is like, he didn't win?
I'm afraid not. I guess he needed to eat more meat.
I was close. It almost hit the top. No.
All right, Lucia takes a swing.
Okay, just roll plus your strength modifier, of course, that is.
Box in your character sheet, it'll work.
16. Once again, it goes up very high, but unfortunately, it doesn't quite hit the top. Oh, shoot! So close, little lady.
Son of a bitch!
It won't let me click on strength. It gives me a like Ghostbuster no symbol. Oh, never mind. I got to click the actual word,
Yeah,
not the number.
yeah.
Got it.
All
Okay,
right.
never mind. We're good.
She goes, I want to try again. She
Sure
gives him
thing,
like
5 more silver
she
pieces.
She gives him enough pieces for 5 tries total.
5 tries. Okay. Usually
drunk.
the cutoff is 3, lady, but I guess we'll do 5.
I paid for it, didn't I?
I suppose, but you have to swing quick. We have a long line. Oh, that didn't go anywhere.
Wait, this is the wrong type if you click the word.
Yeah, don't click strength in the box. Click the actual strength in the
right above your number.
above your actual number.
Above your modifier.
There you go.
Okay,
Yep.
Click that one.
Okay.
So, if we got a 5,
A 5,
got
a 6, a 6, and a 16, a 14.
and a 14.
All attempts do not hit the bell.
She throws the mallet and walks away.
I was about to come over and just rip it from her hands. I
Actually,
stumble
you know
over.
what? No, you know what? Do me a favor, Craig.
Yeah.
Roll for me a roll your dex.
Okay, am I doing a dex save? Let's try and get away from this.
You're doing a
Just
dex
a
save.
dex?
Do a dex save. Let's do a dex save. Actually, that's a smarter way to go about this. Yeah.
Oh no.
7. Okay, so
I
it
rolled a
just
7.
goes flying by you. You don't catch it or anything cool like that. It just goes flying by.
Oh, okay. So that's what I was
Yeah,
going
you were gonna
for.
Happy Gilmore catch it, like catch the thing as it went by, but no, it just
Yeah,
it flies
okay.
by you, but it's near enough to you where you can pick it up.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna taunt my friends that clearly aren't strong enough for me to do this. And
Okay.
just to let you guys know, I have a -1 modifier to my strength. So I'm drunkenly taunting you guys for not being able to hit it
Lucia buys a couple more beers.
Okay.
while I'm going through and trying to hit this. So and so this rolls a 9. I'm like, yep, hold on, because I see the guy starting to ask for the money. I'm like,
Mhm.
I'll get you. Give me a second. I go through and I start swinging rapid fire. Yeah, swing a 15, swing a nat 20,
You
and
hit a
then
nat.
I swung a nat 1
I'm
right
going to
afterwards.
stop you. I'm going to stop you. You hit a
Okay.
nat 20. You hear as the piece goes up, you hear a ka-kink, and it goes ding, hits the bell. No one is more shocked than the guy running the machine. Yeah. What the? That turns to his manager, shrugs. The manager comes over. What's going on?
I hit the bell.
And he turns and sees the bell. It's still kind of
Neil
reverberating.
saw it.
It's still reverberating. He'd hit the bell, sir. Oh, sure. Here's your pumpkin. And he hands you the giant, massive, overly sized pumpkin. Meanwhile, you can overhear the two of them talking. We only had one prize for the entire day. I thought you said it wasn't going to work again. No, it's like, so you
Does Osiris have any chance of hearing that?
Yeah, no. You hear bits and pieces of it, like shouldn't have happened, and it's only prize.
Okay, well, Osiris doesn't really care. He won it, and he turns to Lucia, who's over there drinking a beer, and I can hold it, right?
Oh,
like
absolutely. It's filled with cotton, so
I hold it up. I go, my lady, gesturing like I'm giving it to her.
Just then, go ahead.
Did I hear the conversation?
No, you were on the other side of it, so you wouldn't have heard it as well.
Okay.
He would have heard it. It's done.
Okay.
Yeah. So, at this point, it's two little kids walk by. Gee whiz, mister, that looks awfully cool. Did you just win that?
I lean down, get kind of bleary-eyed looking right at him, like, yes, I did.
Wow, I wish we could have won that. My dad doesn't buy us anything.
Fuck. I'm gonna look over to Lucia, and did she see when I already knelt and presented it to her?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
Everyone heard you say it because you yelled so loud that the entire square turned to see what happened.
I'm gonna look to her and kind of go like what do you want me to do?
Lucia, she gets down and she tries to do like a discreet whisper, but is probably failing. And she's like, "Can we get some actual pumpkin for this?"
The kid says, "Absolutely, I can bring you some pie."
Okay. Osiris does not give one shit about what Lucia says from here on out. He goes, do you guys want this? We'll trade it for some pie. Pumpkin pie.
No problem.
Oh,
so
yeah. I'm pushing it right over to him.
Okay. So the kids take the giant pumpkin and run off. With about 10 minutes later, they come back with a decently sized slice of pie.
Can I try and, I know they're kids, can I try and be like, not right now? Like, is there like an open area? Can I roll perception for an open area to try and make this drug transaction basically go down?
No, they came right back to where you were. Yep. So yeah,
and have I noticed what was going on?
Yes, you would have seen that whole interaction of him giving away the giant pumpkin and this pie that they're bringing now.
I try to sleight of hand and remove his red bandana thing from his arm.
You know what? Let's give it a shot.
Let's see here.
I know I'm not going to notice. I'm probably too drunk.
All his rolls a 13.
13. The two guards nearby. Oh, hey, leave that band on.
Sorry.
And I'm still
but yet they don't notice the children coming forward with the pie, presenting it.
Okay.
And what are you going to do with this pie that you now have in your hand?
How big's this pie?
Lucia walks up to the guards and she's like, "Hey, boys."
Yes.
The children ran off at this point, and the guards are definitely distracted by Lucia, and because they have been partaking in the pumpkin beer that has been readily available to them.
Okay, I want to do, this is my train of thought here.
Yeah.
My first thought is I'm trying to look around to see if anybody's going to see me grab this pie. Like, if I notice
no one
anybody
seems to be paying attention to you at the moment.
Okay, I'm going to grab this pie, and I'm going to, how big's the pie? Like,
it's like you have an average slice, and it's a little bit bigger than an average slice. So like realistically, you could split it in half and still be like have a decent sized pie, or you could just eat the whole thing. It's up to you. But Lucia didn't see the size of the pie. She just saw that a pie came back to you.
I'm not worried about that. The pie's mine.
Okay.
I don't. Cyrus is eating this pie. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm trying to think if I would have any compartments I'd feel safe putting a pie in to my backpack or something. I probably wouldn't feel too safe doing that. I don't think I have any like lined areas because I would have had dry rations and stuff like that on the road and whatnot. So I'm going to try and eat as much of this pie as possible.
Okay.
While no one's looking, just shovel.
At first bite, you realize this is not pumpkin pie. You realize that this is, in fact, peach. That the children had unintentionally grabbed the wrong pie, and you just got swindled, essentially, and you're eating a peach pie.
Where are the kids?
They're gone. They ran off the minute that they handed you the pie.
Well, I'm going to take
and you have no idea where they went in the crowd because you were so inebriated
drunk,
at this point.
I know. I'm still eating this pie. Like, I've got pie.
That's fine.
I'm eating it, but I'm not hiding me eating it anymore. But I am not happy. I am unhappy right now.
Then in that case, you angrily eat the pie.
Okay.
Do I notice he's getting angry?
Yes, he would have it very apparent on his drunken face.
Okay. I walk over and say walk over. I'm going to slink over to the guards that are distracted by Lucia and try to swipe their beer.
You're going to try to swipe the guards' beer?
The guards' beer.
The guards.
Do they have it in their hand?
Do they have it or sitting?
They're holding it.
Oh,
they're
okay,
holding
never
it.
mind.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're talking to where it's in their hands.
Where you can strip a person of their pants and they don't know.
I was thinking it would be next to them. All right, damn it. No. Never mind. Okay.
No. At this moment, as you guys are having a good time and what have you, you look over and I'm going to point at it on the thing here. So just go ahead and kind of look where your characters are for a second.
Okay.
Is it shift is where the thing with the line is. Okay. For entering from this side, so clearly, so coming from over here and then going in here, you see a man dressed in white robes. He looks like a religious figure, and he's looking around at the site, and he scoffs and he just kind of gives us a big scoff to the whole situation that he's looking at. At that point, he just is kind of standing there, and then it looks like he's about to leave.
I notice. I walk over to him, go over to him, and hold up my hand for a high five.
Osiris is walking over with his pie to the dart game.
So Dalhis walks over and suggests a high five to the man that looks like a priest. He is not amused. He, with a straight face, says, "Are you looking for a blessing, my child?"
No, I thought this was how everybody greets everybody in this town with high fives. I've been going around everywhere.
Would I have heard him ask about the
you're,
blessing.
you if you're playing the dark game, like had you not been playing the dark game, maybe not, but you're very occupied in what you're
Okay,
doing.
I was going to ask him to bless these darts if I heard him, but other than that,
yeah. No, you didn't hear him. He said, this is supposed to be a religious holiday, and it's supposed to celebrate our Saint Gregor, and where everyone is eating pumpkin. It's disgusting to me. I will not partake in pumpkin. I will not partake in this.
Why? I thought pumpkin was good. But I can't have any. I've never had it. I'm kind of sad, but why will you not? Can I have your piece?
How could we possibly eat pumpkins, especially from where they came from? I just cannot believe that we are doing this on such a holy of days. I must go back to the church. I'm going to lock the doors and say until this wretched day is over. Poor Saint Gregor.
Can you tell me where the pumpkins came from first?
The only thing from what I've heard, the pumpkins came from Sippleville, and I'm going to spell this out for you guys. And in all my years, nothing good has ever come from that area. And he turns around in a huff and walks back into the church. If
Osiris would have looked at that, he would have. If he had been part of any of this, he would have been like, "Supple's lupus backwards."
Oh, it is. So there you go.
Okay. I kind of shake my head and turn around and walk towards the dart game, high-fiving people as I go.
Okay, and they accept your high fives.
All right.
So, with that being said, so that will end our first session. You guys have successfully entered the town, got a vague idea of what the day is all about, managed to get drunk, and and win a giant bear, which was exchanged for a slice of pie.
Can I roll one dart?
You know what? I will let you do a dart, but it's D20 plus your dex minus I'd say -1 because of your 10 beers.
Only -1. You're
only
generous.
-1 for 10 beers. Yes.
Okay,
but
so
every beer past this is going to multiply.
That'll end up being D20 plus 1 overall because I've got a +2
That's
for my
fair.
dex.
Yep.
So I'm just going to do a D20 13.
13. So you throw it and you hit the 10 on the board.
Okay.
So pretty good throw. Not amazing, but it's a decent.
That's all I wanted. I wanted one dart throw before we left.
No problem. And we'll have to pick this up next time.